Hi, this is Tony Carver from TLC Style and Colour. If you've ever wondered what I go through during a style and shape consultation, let me give you a sneak peek. So you can have a style and shape session, which generally lasts about 2 to 2.5 hours. You can have that on its own, or you can have it combined with a colour analysis consultation. So for instance, my client today is coming along for a combined session. So she's coming for colours, she's coming for makeup, she's coming for style, shape, and we're going to discuss everything to do with her style personality. So basically, what does she reach for? Why does she reach for it? What makes her feel like herself? What's her authentic self? How is it that she wants to show up? And what's her lifestyle? So there are the elements that we discuss. We then move on to body shape, body proportions, body lines. So I mean, a lot of women who tell me that they don't believe that they know or they've correctly identified or they're dressing for their shape, when actually I find what happens is it's not necessarily their shape that's the challenge in terms of dressing for them, it's their proportions. So I talk a lot about proportions as well, and as part of shape I actually talk about fabric as well. I always invite people to bring along some clothes that they've got which they know don't work for them, but they can't put their finger on why. So if you've ever had a colour analysis consultation, you'll know your colours. Brilliant. But actually, if you keep putting things on and taking them off again because there's something not right with it and you're convinced it's not the colour, it's probably a style and shape session which you'd benefit from. So I do have a little rail of clothes behind me. I have some items just to, I suppose, demonstrate some of the points I'm trying to make. One of the things I talk about is jeans and trousers and also skirts, but specifically I'm talking about the rise. An example of a high, I have an example of a mid, and I have an example of a low. Another thing I like to talk to my clients about is actually how clothing is constructed and made. So you can see seams there, so I talk to them about that. I also talk about necklines and collars, because again, they can add interesting detail together with accessories. I also talk about sleeves, specifically cuts on sleeves, because what you find a lot of is that things like this, which is like a kind of drop sleeve, is very different to an inset sleeve, which is something that you see here. So I talk about sleeve lines and sleeve lengths and necklines. I talk about fabric, and I've got some fabric samples here as well to go through, because it's not just how a fabric feels, but actually how it fits and how it molds to your body. I often describe it a bit like a vase, and whether you've got a curvy vase as a body or you've actually got a straight vase as a body. So fabric weight and fabric texture. There's all sorts that goes into a style, shape and image consultation. It lasts usually around 2 to 2.5 hours. If you would like some more information, you can visit the website tlcstyleandcolour.co.uk, and you can have a standalone session if you've had your colours done before, or alternatively you can book it as part of a package and we can have a combined colour and a style, but you will need around 4 to 4.5 hours for that full session. So I hope you found that snippet useful. Any questions, just let me know.